busy show. Maybe we should stop here.
Think so?
I think
know.
we...
I think our guest kind of said he wanted to play an extra song or something. So we
Yeah.
could do a little talking now. Oh, and once again, it is my
Supreme pleasure.
supreme pleasure to introduce to you South Florida's Mr. Folk, Michael Stock.
And welcome to New Traditions. My co-host, Mr. Edgar Allan Poe IV, is here as my co-host. And this show is called New Traditions. We bring you talented people who live here in South Florida and give them a forum to present their talent. And we have a lot of stuff to do today.
At the bit. They want to play more than their fair share of songs.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, we have a lot of stuff to do. Let's quickly introduce our guests and then do our T-shirt bit and then get to the music. Treetop is here. Treetop is pretty self-contained with all your stuff, and also a stunt guitarist, and we'll find out more about you in just a little while. And also in the studio is Albert Rodriguez, who's lives here in South Florida as well, and is a tremendous songwriter, and he sings his stuff too. So he's a good singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter. Guitarist.
And we'll talk to him in a minute.
Stuff there
We'll get to that, but what we do every week is show you our T-shirts. That's a way to waste a little time, and also to get you to send in your T-shirts so we can wear them on the air. And
get free clothes.
I've been asking for a better part of 3-4 months now for you to send in your T-shirts, and it's not working because I have to wear these shirts again. This is a repeat. This is the Folk Club of South Florida. It's a shirt I helped design with Donna Krempels, and this is an actual club that's still going on and has weekly meetings. But I had to wear it again because you didn't send a new T-shirt. But Alan does not.
I have not repeated one T-shirt yet, Mr. Stark. I just want to put that out. Although I am sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Get
your rock off, and that's WVUM.
That's the University of Miami.
College, college
University
shirt,
of Miami,
the old college shirt. And of course, speaking of radio, Mr. Stock, we do.
That's right.
We don't work for VUM, but we work for.
We did get a letter in the mail. We don't get a lot of mail, but one saying we did that. We're totally ridiculous on the air, and what gives us the right to do this, and what are our qualifications? Well, all right. Well, we do have qualifications, and we do a radio show in South Florida.
Yeah.
I do a show every Saturday on WLRN called Folk and Acoustic Music. That's 91.3 FM at 2:30 in the afternoon. And Mr. Poe does a radio show too, but not on a real radio station.
What does that mean, Mr. Stock?
Well, our station, WLRN, is much bigger.
They have a lot more money. I'll give them that. In fact, this whole building belongs to WLRN, does it not?
The school board.
The school board. Well, it is the school board, it's LRN. It's all the same thing. But WDNA, grassroots radio, could really use your donations, but I'm not here to plug that. But
it's a good thing, too.
We don't get a lot of those grants like WLRN.
Well, then again, DNA doesn't write for any grants
but
either.
But the point, Mr. Stock, you can hear me Thursday morning from 6 to 9 on WDNA, and also Wednesday morning from 6 to 9 co-hosting a show with our associate producer.
Mark Weiser.
Mark Weiser. We even have a picture of him. He's our new producer here on the show, and there's his picture of him. There he is. This was drawn by a past, the daughter of a past guest of ours that you probably remember, Graham and Jan Dell.
I remember that.
Married couple, and
perfectly.
This is their daughter's rendition of the way Mark looks, and I think it kind of flatters him a little bit, to tell you the truth.
Well, I have some more. Speaking of pictures,
flattering.
I have some more pictures. I don't know if we should get to them now. We were on the cover of Neighbors. Might as well see the camera zooms in.
Later.
All right. Well, there's a little teaser. There's a little teaser. But first, let's go to the TV show.
Yeah. Oh, and also I want to point out this rock thing. Get your rock off. It's we have a rock. We have some rock. We're gonna have some rock and roll on.
Okay. Well, before we get carried away, this is a TV. We do ask you to send in the T-shirts, and we have an address for you to send in. And if you don't have a T-shirt for an organization or an arts fair or a music show, you could just send in any T-shirt. Okay, I'd be happy to wear anything.
Mr. Stock likes ones that pertain to local things. I actually prefer to make them match up with our guests, which is why we're rock and roll T-shirt, rock and roll performer.
Well, our rock and roll performer is Treetop, but first, let's go to Albert Rodriguez. Hi, Albert.
How you doing, Mike?
Good.
How you doing?
Good. How long you been writing songs? I always ask that question. I mean, I've interviewed you 3 times, and that's the same question I've asked you. Do you like writing songs?
Yes, very much. I do. I've been writing songs about 15. When I was 16, when I first started, picked up the guitar.
Oh, is that question? Excuse me, Albert.
You asked the question. It's the third time you've asked the same
question.
question.
And
you got the same answer every time.
Why don't you maybe think of some new questions, Mr. Stock? I've been meaning to talk to you. In fact, you asked the same questions to all the guests, more or less, didn't you?
Well, Albert, tell us something interesting about yourself that I haven't asked.
There we go.
Putting the spot on me. Well, As far as musically, I just pretty much everything. I just been playing. I enjoy folk music, different influences, range from Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, Jim Croce.
That's a pretty boring answer. I meant something
You're
good.
from Peru, are you not?
Yes.
So is there any Peruvian influences in your music? Do you
I'm sure to a
folk
degree.
music of Peru?
No, not really. No, not really. In all honesty, I enjoy Peruvian folk music, but as far as actual influence on my music, no.
Well, you are from Peru and you do play music, so obviously there's some crossover there.
Yes, there must.
I'll tell you, well, Albert, let's start right away with the song.
Okay.
Because we do have a lot of ground to cover in today's show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a song called, which I did on your radio show, called Gene.
The better radio
You
show.
can repeat yourself, I guess. Just talking, ask the same questions. You can play the same songs. It's only fair.
Okay, goodness. Okay, here we go. Song called Gene. Gene, dear Gene, were you once the love of one's life? Deep in a dream, did you save someone's life from a fall? Gene, when you sought to catch the wind, did you see sparrows flying south? All of this time it was spent being held by his arms. He knew at once it held your heart like a stone in his hand. Then, when the home came into view, stones fall hard upon the frosty ground. Gene, dear Gene, is that smile on your veil tired now? You're seen standing tall in the hall by the light near the door. Gene, when the darkness troubles you, hold your faith, speak your name out loud. Gene, dear Gene, were you once the love of one's life? Deep in a dream, did you save someone's life from a fall?
That's great.
Thank you.
Hey, you mentioned your influences, Gordon Lightfoot and Joni Mitchell. I can see the influence of Gordon Lightfoot there. You a big fan of Gordon's?
I think he's great.
Oh, do you?
Good.
Yes.
I never really cared for him myself.
Well-
I was hoping maybe next time we could hear one that's more influenced by Joni Mitchell. Maybe.
Well, that obviously was an original song by Albert. What do you do from here?
What do I do from here? I probably will have lunch, actually.
No. I mean, that's such a beautiful
Restroom.
song. I mean, it's like, do you send it out to record companies? or
I
you
really
just-
haven't done much of that, actually. Truth is that I want to kind of do that. I want to get some good recordings together and see what happens, as far as the songs. But I do have a lot of songs that I want to try out.
I see. And where do you plan to eat lunch?
I don't know.
Ah, got it.
Wherever.
I got it.
You victimized me.
Boy,
Okay.
way to go, Mr. Scott.
I try to ask
Ooh.
good questions. All right, well, I'll tell you what, Albert, let's hear another song.
Another song.
Like, so, real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to do it quickly, but
Yeah.
we'll do it. We don't have to ask. We won't ask any questions to bore the audience. We'll just go right to the music.
Okay. Song called Emily. Emily, the curtains frown despite the arrival of the spring when all around the colors bloom. Ashes become whispers as the morning lark welcomes soft auroras, subtle braving from the east. Gold dusted timbers by a flower bed, they lay in silent strangers, mumble softly what you say. Emily, in the April of your life, I'll spend the evenings by your side. But empty lies the cupboard with no spices to be found. The childless youth is dying from the emptiness of sound. Emily, the tables dance upon the evening's breath and by the flower bed we lay their petals down. Emily, your gift of reason enters through a window, but then exits as you let your feelings show. Can't you see I lack the force of will to entice the finer details of existence as you choose? Emily, the springtime's vernal hue dances around you as I do. But empty lies the cupboard with no spices to be found. The childless youth is dying from the emptiness of sound. Emily, I see you at your window, bathed in sunlight, sweeping feathers of the sparrows that have passed. Emily, you comb your hair with dream spun and then gather broken lashes that in blinking you had lost. Emily, December is with you. Remember April as I do. Emily, the dust that has now gathered makes it hard for me to find you when a moonless night appears. Emily, your eyes need to retire, for you've said that her candles burn longest always rest.
Great.
Thank you, thank you.
That's a sample of some of the great talent we have here in South Florida. Albert is from South Florida and writes his own songs there. You
I thought he was from Peru.
well, I mean, you live in South Florida.
I live here, yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, don't get too technical.
All right.
All right, well, thank you very much, Albert.
Thank you.
Our other guest is Treetop. And you came with, is this all your equipment?
All my equipment, sure.
And I would guess that you perform a lot on the street. Is that close?
Well, almost anywhere, on streets, nightclub,
Well, 'cause
all around.
you could just plug it in,
Right.
all set up.
Even from the van, I have a generator in there. I
Yeah.
just plug in. I do a lot of parades and different things.
That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. You could go anywhere, and instead of turning the radio real loud, you just kind of plug yourself in.
All right, plug in. Go for it.
And do you write your own songs, or what kind of? How would you describe your performance? What do you do?
Well, I like writing songs, but I don't do too much writing now. A couple that I did write, and I'm looking forward to writing some more.
Yeah.
And usually I do a lot of Chuck Berry style of music, rock and roll, old 60s and
Oh, great.
There you go.
50s, 60s, 70s rock
That's
and roll.
right. I guess
Get your
we're
rock
there.
off.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
I'll tell you. Okay. Well, let's hear something. Let's see.
Okay.
Do your stuff.
Well, the rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bobbing and a singing this song. All the little birds from the jaybird streets love to head a robin, go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. A rockin' robin, rock a diddle-a-dee. Oh, rockin' robin, well, we're really gonna rock tonight. Well, every little swallow and every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree, the wise old arbor, the said, oh, rockin' Robin, we're really gonna rock tonight. Rock! The pretty little bird from my bird bandstand talked about a do the bop, it was grand. They start going steady, bless my soul. Hot Bob the buzzard in the Oreo while he rocks in the treetop all the day long. Hopping in a bobbing, singing this song. All the little birds from my T-bird streets love to head around me go tweet, 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 rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. I said, oh, Rockin' Robin, we're really gonna rock tonight. Hey!
One of my favorite
Wow.
Michael Jackson songs. Mr. Stock, that was really from his classic period, you know, before he got too commercial.
Right.
Vintage Michael Jackson. I don't know much about Michael Jackson, really, except he seems to get more and more feminine with each passing year. I don't know if you know that. Specifically, it was more like Diana Ross.
Well, that's interesting, Mr. Poe. Can we go on with the show, please?
I don't know, Mr. Stock. You know I'm a straight guy, but gee whiz, a few more female hormone shots, I might go out with him myself. I just hope he never has to go to prison. He thinks he's popular now. Boy.
Mr. Poe slipped me a little note before.
What is this?
He said, let's do. Mr. Poe gives me a note and said, let's do the Michael Jackson shtick. I was like,
Let's
what,
do
Michael?
it.
No,
You don't
no,
know
I
any
know what
Michael
it
Jackson
is.
shtick, boy.
Thank
What's
you,
your
Mr.
part of
Poe.
the shtick?
That's it. My
Let's
shtick
do
is
it.
saying
Let's do
enough
that
is enough.
shtick.
Let's get on at this show.
Oh,
Well, that was
God,
very
that's
good.
hilarious,
Treetop.
Mr.
A
Stock.
lot of energy. I guess, was that a little sample of your stunt guitarist?
A little sample of it.
You
sure.
get really into that stuff, huh? Where does the name Treetop come from?
Well, it was, believe it or not, it's a name from when I was very young. I used to climb trees and, you know, like Tarzan, you know.
Where at? Where'd you do that at?
Right in Tampa, Florida. I was born in Georgia, but like I'm 6 years old, I moved to Tampa. And then they started calling me Treetop. I didn't like it. And then they got worse. So I couldn't beat them. I joined them.
Go back to Treetop.
Well, that's what maybe
Come
go
think
by
of
now.
Treetop
I
isn't
guess.
so bad.
And when did you move to South Florida?
In the 60s.
Oh, so
I
you've been
would
here
say.
quite a while.
Yeah, quite a while.
Did you always perform?
Yes, I did, and I played with. I was a like backup man. I played on shows like the Apollo Theater. I worked with Chuck Jackson, and then we backed up like the Drifters, Dionne Warwick, and oh gosh, so many.
So when you were
groups,
like
you know.
backing up Jackson,
Mr. Stock?
Chuck Jackson?
Yeah,
was
Chuck
it?
Jackson.
Did you
that
wheel
was
in your big thing here and?
No, no, I didn't. I didn't have that
Sound
then.
system.
I just played with a band, about a 12-piece band.
Oh, really?
Orchestra, yeah.
Is the guitar is your main instrument?
Yes. And harmonica. I played a harmonica. I picked up the harmonica.
Where did you pick up
over the
this
years.
this self-contained unit?
Well, different places.
Yeah.
Here and there, and I might be riding and see something. I said, "Oh, look like I can use that," you know. And I stop, put on brakes,
That's
That's
great.
try it
That's
on the
a nice
machine.
touch.
Yeah, and I just rigged it up. I enjoy doing that.
That's great.
The
I think it's
bicycle
great.
handles, I like those.
Yeah, different things. You know.
Well, I was wondering, you came in, not many of our guests actually change when they come in. They usually just come in the same outfit that they play in. But I noticed you had to go change, but the outfit's pretty much the same as the other one.
Well, this is-
Well, a little different.
A little different, not much different color.
Well, the other one, only different. The other one was dirty. This one was clean.
okay.
But I will make it clear that this is your formal now. You're in your performing attire now. So I don't want people to think you
How do
just.
you know that, Mr. Stone?
Well, you changed. That's what you changed into,
Oh,
I
I-
guess.
I-
Is that right?
yeah.
Well, it looks
Well,
good. I like
you
it.
get dirty and sweaty by the time you get through loading and unloading.
Really?
This, so
Yeah,
you
that
make a
equipment,
change.
Well, I appreciate you caring enough about this TV show to wear
Yeah.
clean clothes.
Oh.
But you're really far enough away from us. You really didn't need to change your clothes. And we don't really care about the other
Next time
guests.
I
But there you are.
and it isn't smell-o-vision, you know. It's only
Okay,
television.
How about another song, Treetop?
All right, I think I'll do a blues this
Although,
time.
let me just tell you real quickly that we do call the show New Traditions, and what we do is We prevent.
We prevent.
We present.
I'd like to prevent you from making this.
We present.
Shtick every show,
it's
Mr.
not a shtick.
Stuck.
It's the
a shtick.
basis of the TV show
if
that
you're going to
we
expose me with my Michael Jackson stick.
Can I get to the guest here? We call the show New Traditions. We do traditional art forms in a new way.
Every show.
So,
shtick.
can you give us like a minute worth of information on how you do traditional stuff in a new way, or is there a method to your performing like that, or am I just wasting my time?
You're wasting your time, Mr. Stock.
No, you're not. You're not wasting your time. Let's see. I would like for you to run that down a little bit. I don't quite.
Forget it.
Okay.
Well,
See, the point is,
Well, I
you're
got
supposed
word
to
from
say,
Mark, you know, I can't
gee,
even-
he does this shtick, and you're supposed to say, well, gee, I don't know. Sort of like what you just did, and then Mr. Stock makes fun
I'll
of you,
tell you
and
what,
then he blames me for getting you on the show, or I guess
Okay.
now it's
All
Mark
right.
Wise's fault
All
that he
right.
had you on the show,
Let's
and
just
you don't
drop
do a
it.
traditional thing.
I'm sorry I brought the whole thing up. Let's drop it. Let's change the name of the TV show. How about that? Okay, go ahead and do another song.
Let's go.
Before I
old
get any
traditions
madder.
I like Jewish music when I play this, you know. All right. We'll do a blues. Bright lights, big city, going through my baby's head. Bright lights, big city, going through my baby's head. I tried to tell that woman, but she wouldn't believe a word I said. All right, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. All right, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. You're gonna wish you had to listen to some of these things I said. Woo! Yeah, woo!
Oh, go with it, man.
All right, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. Whoa! All right, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. I tried to tell that woman, but she wouldn't believe a word I said. Woo! Hey!
All right, that's great. So you basically cover all styles of music. You're not restricted to anything.
Just like our show, huh, Mr. Stock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that just about does it for this show. You'll have to tune in next week to find out more about our pictures. And
No, we could. Okay.
no, it's only a couple minutes left, and we want Treetop to play a little bit more.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to thanks to Albert Rodriguez for playing a couple of your songs, and Treetop also. I guess you could just be seen around town wherever there's loud music. You
I'm performing at the Zanzibar right now in Coconut Grove.
okay?
Great. And I'd like to point out this is the first appearance by a rhythm machine. Is that what we call it?
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we should give it a...
A plug. Well, we'll hear one more closing number by Treetop, but let me first say thanks everybody for tuning in to New Traditions, and we're here every week on Cable Tap, this channel, and Mondays at 2:30 in the afternoon, Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning, and Thursday evenings at 10. Ooh. And just enough time for Treetop to close out the show.
Rev up that rhythm machine there. Oh. See, I figured I could play the Jaws art with it, because if he plays with one of those machines, doesn't care what he plays with, even a Jaws art.
Okay.